We're going to talk about a special kind of fossil today called coprolite. Now, that's a scientific name that scientists gave to animal poop that has turned into solid rock, a rock fossil that used to be soft and squishy. Now, especially fun is finding a place where a dinosaur took a dump. For instance, as I reach down, if you look at the back side of this, this is a solid rock, but it is where dinosaurs have went to the bathroom. This piece has actually been polished. If you turn and you look at the inside, you see this beautiful series of minerals that have replaced matter that has been defecated out. It's just full of swirls and colors. Fossilized dinosaur poop, coprolite, is so common around the world. You can go on eBay, type in coprolite, and for a few tens of dollars, you can buy pieces of this kind of fossil because they're so common, they're not even that expensive. Here's the issue. When your dog, when your cat goes to the bathroom, it never turns into a solid rock. It turns back into dust and fertilizer. So something very different happened around the world in the past than what we see happening today. To form a fossil, it has to be buried really fast before it can turn into dust. It has to be buried really deep, and you have to have water filled with minerals percolating past it that replaces all of the organic carbons and organic matter with minerals, turning it into a solid rock. Now, the other thing about coprolite is you can get a degree and become a coprologist and spend your days finding fossilized dinosaur and animal poop, slicing it into thin little slices, and looking at it in a microscope to see what did these critters eat? What was their diet? What hasn't yet been digested and dissolved to draw conclusions about the animals that lived in the past. But the most important lesson here is the worldwide flood was reality. These things are not tens and hundreds of millions of years old. They were buried rapidly, quickly, and worldwide during the flood of the Bible talks about called Noah's flood, which preserved them by turning them into solid rock before they could decay. It's one of those really strong evidences that the world is not as old as we're being told. By leaving out the Bible, by leaving out the world flood, we misinterpret the past. We misinterpret the rock layers. We misinterpret the geology of our planet. And these things form rapidly and recently because of things like coprolite that we find all over the world.